Imagine this. You start a business to escape your job, but suddenly you're working twice as much for less money and with no freedom. You dreamed of being your own boss, but instead, you're trapped. Sound familiar? Most small business owners don't own a business. They own a job, a never-ending job where they're the first to arrive, the last to leave, and if they stop working, everything collapses. Here's the brutal truth. 80% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years, and not because the owners weren't talented, but because talent and hard work aren't enough. Think about it. The baker who loves baking starts a bakery. The barber who cuts the best fades opens a barbershop. The designer who makes killer logos launches an agency. And then reality hits. They realize running a business isn't just about doing the craft. It's about marketing, hiring, accounting, systems, and customer service. And soon, they burn out. So here's the question. How do you build a business that actually works without you being the business? That's exactly what we're going to unpack today. In the next few minutes, you'll learn 4 things. 1. The mindset shift that separates business owners from business operators. 2. How to design systems that run without you. 3. The key roles you must balance inside your business. And 4. How to create a business that gives you freedom, not another cage. By the end, you'll have a roadmap inspired by the E-Myth Revisited, the classic business book that has saved thousands of entrepreneurs from failure. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah loved baking pies. Everyone in her town said, "You should open a bakery." So she did. At first, it was exciting. She had her own shop, her own sign, her dream come true. But then reality. She was baking from 4 a.m. till midnight, doing the books, managing staff, ordering supplies, cleaning ovens. And customers? They didn't care about her dream. They just wanted pies. Fast, cheap, perfect. Within a year, Sarah was exhausted. Her passion had become a prison. The bakery owned her, and here's the twist. Sarah isn't unique. This is the story of almost every entrepreneur. The E-Myth calls this the entrepreneurial seizure, when a technician, the person who does the work, believes they can run a business just because they're good at the craft. But talent in the craft doesn't equal skill in building a business. And that's the trap. Here's the first step. Stop working in the business. Start working on the business. Most owners get stuck being the technician, the doer. They're baking the pies, cutting the hair, writing the code. But a true entrepreneur builds systems so the pies get baked without them. Pause and ask yourself, if I took a month off, would my business survive? If the answer is no, right now, you don't own a business. You own a job. Think of McDonald's. The founder, Ray Kroc, wasn't flipping burgers. He was building a franchise system so thousands of restaurants could run the same way without him. That's why McDonald's isn't a fast food company. It's a systems company that sells burgers. So start today. Document how things are done. Create checklists. Train people to follow them. That's step 1. Move from doer to designer. Now let's talk about step 2. Balancing the 3 roles. The E-Myth says every business has 3 personalities. The technician, who loves doing the work. The manager, who organizes, makes order, handles operations. And the entrepreneur, who dreams big, sees the future, creates vision. Here's the problem. Most small business owners are 99% technician. They love the craft, but ignore management and entrepreneurship. Sarah was all technician. She baked pies like a champ. But she had 0 time to plan growth, build systems, or manage staff. To escape the trap, you must balance all 3 roles. Ask yourself, am I scheduling time to work on strategy, the entrepreneur? Am I organizing workflows and delegating, the manager? Or am I just stuck baking pies, the technician? Let me ask you, when was the last time you took a full day just to plan the future of your business without touching the day-to-day? That's the entrepreneur role. Without it, you're stuck forever in the grind. So step 2 is clear. Balance the roles, or your business collapses under one. Now comes step 3. Systematize everything. Every successful business is just a collection of systems. Think about it. Starbucks doesn't rely on one talented barista. It relies on a system where every latte tastes the same in New York or Tokyo. Airlines don't rely on one amazing pilot. They rely on systems that make flights safe every single day. Without systems, your business is chaos. With systems, your business is predictable and scalable. So here's a practical action. Pick one part of your business today. Maybe it's onboarding customers or delivering the product. Write it down step by step so anyone could do it. That's a system. And once you build one, you can build another. Soon, your business runs like a machine. And here's the kicker. Systems create freedom. They give you the ability to step back because the business no longer depends on your constant presence. Finally, step 4. Build the business as if it's a franchise. Even if you never plan to franchise, act as if you will. Why? Because thinking like a franchise forces you to create processes that work without you. Imagine you had to open 100 locations of your business tomorrow. Could you hand someone a manual and say, "Here's exactly how it works"? If not, you don't have a business. You have chaos. Franchise thinking forces clarity. It makes you design a business that anyone can run consistently, profitably, predictably. And here's the secret. That's the only kind of business that can actually give you freedom. So let's bring it home. If you want a business that runs without you, here are the 4 steps. 1. Stop working in the business. Start working on it. 2. Balance the 3 roles: technician, manager, entrepreneur. 3. Systematize everything. 4. Build as if it's a franchise. Do this, and you don't just create a business, you create freedom. Now it's your turn. Look at your business or your future business and ask, am I building a job or a system that works without me? Start small. Create one system today. Take one step into the entrepreneur role. Because the truth is, freedom isn't about money. It's about building something that runs when you're not there. If this hit home, don't just sit on it, apply it. And if you want more videos like this to keep you leveling up, hit subscribe, drop a like, and check out the next video. Remember, don't just work in your business. Build it so it works without you.